Chapter 30 was what I was writing today morning, so I've written around 4 chapters. 3 chapters done. Now I have lesson to work on. So if I think about it, as per the current outline, the count is like the final chapter count is 36, and I do have an epilogue plan for like the last part of the book. Don't be terrified. I'm yet to brush, I'm yet to wash my face, and the time is already 4:42. I actually didn't stay up for a very long time. I slept at around 10:15 or something, and I still managed to wake up a little late because I ignored the first alarm thinking that I can sleep for like 10 minutes, and then I'll just go and wash my face and just get on with the writing, I guess. Yeah, let's see how much I write today. I think I'll finish that chapter and like half of the next chapter before I have breakfast. I did some vessel washing and all in between because I was bored. I'll get back to writing after having this tea. I won't be recording that session because I want to transfer the videos that I've already recorded here. So maybe I'll record once I go for breakfast. Before that I'll record a video saying how much I've done. Maybe that could be a possibility. And say hi to the crow. It's the incessant noise that's always in my video. Yeah, crows. Biscuits. I can see more light now. I mean, I appear too dark because I'm in the shadows. I can on the light here, and maybe I look good. I have the light here. I don't know, but okay. I'll step back. I don't want to scare you. Step back. So I'm gonna finish drinking this tea, and I can't stand anymore. It's a little. I mean, I'm old. I can't stand anymore. I'm old, so I'm gonna off the video and continue having this tea inside. Oh, it's not going. So I'll go and have my tea inside and then I'll continue with my writing. And once I go for breakfast, like before that, I will give you an update of how much I've written. So I finally finished what I was aiming for, which is that to finish that chapter which I had already begun last night, and also finish the first half of the next chapter. I'm done with that. I'm going to start the second half of the next chapter. But the thing is, it's just 8 or 8, like 8:10, and I'm not yet feeling hungry because I had some biscuits with tea, right? So I know that I have to, delay the breakfast so I can finish this part of the chapter as well. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sit and listen to some music and finish the next part of the chapter as well, so that there will be just 2 more chapters before the epilogue, and these 2 chapters each will have 2 parts, which is like 2 key points in that chapter. So even if I think about it, it's just 4 key points and 1 epilogue. And I mean, that would be the case to work on after like 10:30, because if I go for my breakfast around 9:15, I might take around 1 hour break or maybe 2 hours. I don't know. But after 11, I'll only have like 4 key points or 2 chapters with an epilogue to work on, and I know for sure I'll be able to finish it before I go for lunch. Like I already said, I'm probably gonna eat a little late today, and I'm not gonna do much for lunch as well because I have this pre-mixed this prepped what to say paste, tamarind paste. So you might have heard about tamarind rice, right? You make this paste and then you mix it with rice and eat. It's like wonderful. So I have already made that paste and it's already in the fridge. I just need to make rice and mix it and have it with some dried like I don't know what it is called. In Tamil it's vadagam, and I don't know what's called in English. So I just need to make them, which won't take much time. So I'm going to probably finish all this before evening. Even after removing the lunch break time, I will have ample time to finish up until the epilogue, finish the whole first draft before the evening. And I'm so happy, I'm so excited. And these chapters, like I assumed, the chapters are getting smaller because of the climax approaching, and there's not much to add more and more details. That's not going to happen here in these chapters. And I'm excited to finish my first draft. So I'll just continue with the writing and finish this chapter, and maybe I'll take a shower and prepare breakfast and eat and come back to the video. So I'll update before I start with the next writing session about how much I've written before going for breakfast. The current word count is 67,907 words, so which is roughly close to 68,000 words. I knew that I might expect around 70k words when I started yesterday. I know that it will cross 70k. Like all my guesses are turning out to be true, and I'm happy. So yeah, I'll go ahead and continue with the writing, and I'll record again after I have the breakfast. I'm back. I'm back. I had my breakfast and I took a shower. I even prepared the rice alone separately, and I'm back to writing. Update where I left off. I had finished more than I had planned for the morning. That 2 whole chapters of 4 key points. I've done that. So I wasn't expecting that. So I was happy to finish so much. But then I took a very long break because now the time is 11:45. What I'm going to do before lunch is, since I'm having a late lunch, I'm planning to write the 2 of the chapters which has 4 key points before lunch itself, so that after lunch I only have to write the epilogue. So it's not much because like one of the key point is very small. It will take around 1 page max, and it's more really about the other 3. So it's just 11:45 or 47 to be exact, and I might write for 1.5 hours or 2 hours. So I'm planning to finish it before lunch. So yeah, let's see what happens. The current word count is 68,454 words, and I still have 2 chapters and 1 epilogue left. Let's see if my word count reaches 70k. I know for sure it will because it's just a matter of 1500 words. So it is going to cross 70k. But let's see the total word count for today. I just finished the chapter before the last chapter now. It's just 118. I was supposed to write up until 2 so that I could finish the next chapter as well. But I'm feeling a little hungry, so I'm gonna go eat and then come back to writing. And I just finished the high point of the climax. I need to write just one more chapter explaining, what happened. Like I'm stopping it suddenly, and we just need to tie everything up in the last chapter so that everything makes sense to show that if the end is poetic or something, like that's the last chapter. And one more, that is the epilogue, where we see the main characters probably coping with whatever happened in the throughout the book. So I'm going to go eat, come back and write the last chapter and the epilogue. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'll be finally finishing the first draft of my book, which I wanted to finish last year mid, but it took a while, and that's okay. That's okay. And it was nice to record this. Like, I have the whole house to myself. I don't have my husband nagging me or my husband, wanting my attention. Like, I feel guilty at times. Like, okay, I'm writing always, I'm busy doing nothing but, spending time with my husband or something. So today I don't have that. Yesterday or today, I'm free. It's always nice to have me time, especially when you're a writer. It's precious to have the whole day to yourself, not worrying about anything other than writing. And even now I know for a fact that just the chapter I wrote, I know it could there can be more details added. This first draft feels like a little more on the rough side nowadays. Like, there are, of course, some of the chapters are very detailed, well written. Of course it will require edit, but not much of the edits that I might be doing for the last few chapters I wrote. And I need to edit a lot, make some changes, but again, that's part of the process, and that's okay. I'll be working on all that in the second draft. And also there'll be a proper structure with chapters and outline and everything. I just need to edit out the details in a way that it makes sense. I need to add more hints from the beginning to the end, and I need to do a lot more, like fixing the grammar, fixing the pacing. Like, I need to add dates and times. Like, that's a big part of my story, and to add those things, it's going to be a little maddening if you ask me. The outliners, right? The ones who are always outlining, the plotters, like, they have it easy, I think. during the second part of the book where they just need to write the book. They have everything they need, at the beginning of the story. But me, I am unlike that. I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm not a plotter. It's just I am a little more comfortable with pantsing. It feels more organic to me. I mean, it comes naturally to me. So, yeah, let's see what happens with the second draft. So, currently the time is 7 p.m. and I have my chai or tea in my hand. So this is like a silver tumbler. This is what we use to drink tea here. Usually this is how we drink tea. I might use cups at time if I feel like it, but now I was like, okay, I'll drink tea from, just a tumbler. Am I distracting you guys from the actual point of making this video? Yes, absolutely. I'll just sip some tea and come back to you. I did it. I finished my first draft and I did it at 6:38. I think I finished. I wrote the word the end, and I mean I went up to heat the tea and make some toast. Okay, is it? Shit, it's not okay. I made some toast. Like I saw this reel where you pour milk and put some sugar, like layer the bread. Like that's what I made. I'm going to celebrate this moment because I did it. I actually thought I wouldn't be able to finish it, but just thinking about it, it was like, okay, I'll try my best. I might reach like the last before chapter or something was my assumption. When I cut down the 2 chapters yesterday, I was confident that I could finish, and I have actually finished it like so early. I thought I would be finishing like late at night or something. It's only 7. I have the time to clean up the house because it's been a mess for a while. You don't see it on camera, but it's a mess. So yeah, I'm happy. I have finally finished the first draft. At least when people now ask me like, have you written something, I can show this draft. Like even this draft is little like rough and has like a lot of mistakes, I'll say that. But compared to the rough draft, this is like a better version because rough draft was like all over the place. It just had all the details, all the events that happened in the book. Even thinking about it now, half of the events are not part of the first draft. I have removed it as per the story needed me to. And yeah, like this first draft is not what you're going to read. It'll have like multiple draft, a lot of edits before you finally read it. But like first draft is like the very first step you need to have, like before you reach out to anyone, in like editing or like querying or whatever. You need to have that first draft. So I'm happy that I have reached that step finally. Like if you have been here for a while, I've been writing for a long time now. I know that I'm not very consistent. I rarely write. This year I wanted to change it and boom, I focused on it like for what, 2 months, and I'm already done. And I didn't just write this work in progress. I actually wrote more than this one. I'm writing a Tamil work in progress, so I focused on that. I also wrote 2 other work in progress I had. Like I was like, okay, I'm on a roll. I'm finally writing as much as I want to write, and I'm happy. I'll have a sip of the tea once. Yes. So the current word count is, I'll check my image and say, because my laptop is in like the, what to say, the other room. Final word count is 73,539. I redacted 2 chapters, right? So like when I wrote the last chapter, I felt like it was going longer than I expected. So I kind of split it into 2. The final chapter count in first draft is 37, and we have one more epilogue after that with 37 chapters and an epilogue, and the number of pages as of now in Google Doc is like I have formatted it in a way that usually how it's followed in books, like you use a particular font and like all those details, right? I followed it, so I'm pretty sure like this would be somewhere close to the actual number of pages in book when it's published. So the page count is 373 pages. So now let's see like how many words I wrote in this writing session. I'll have a sip of the tea before that. That's so nice. Yeah, so yesterday I wrote kind of like 5.6 to like 6.6 or 5.6k words. Like after that I have written around you can add like 4 here and 3 here, like I guessed it. So I knew that I'll be writing around 7k words today, and like I guessed, I kind of wrote like around 7 to 7.5k words today. I know it wouldn't exceed 10k, the maximum would be 9, and like I said, it didn't exceed. Yeah, I'm happy that I kind of guessed it all right. And the overall word count of like me writing for this entire writing session was around 14k, I guess. So it was a good writing session. After a long time, it's a good writing session, because the last time I went on a writing getaway, I think I wrote around 12 or 10k or something. Yeah, that was the maximum I wrote, and I have gone past that. That's like an achievement. Again, it was easy because I had the whole story, like it's the ending part of the book, and I had everything clearly stated, like this should be the chapter 30, this should be the chapter 31, like that's how I had. So that's the only reason I wrote so many words. If I was like starting with a new story, or like if I'm pantsing my way through it, like this would not be the case. Like I would have written far less words, far less chapters, like that would be the case. But like I'm happy, I'm finally done with the first draft, and yeah, I think that sums it up. And I do have some more details to share. I'll take a sip of the tea before sharing that, because it would be tasty when it's warm. I like, this is very tasty because of the gooey texture, the toast gets because of the milk. My husband loves this recipe because one day I randomly tried it and he was like, "What did you do? It's so yummy." The gooiness is amazing. To the conclusion, I'm planning to do this like more often now that it works. I can ask my husband to be like, you need to go away for 2 days. I need the home to myself. Like I can do it, and I can actually get my works done, and that makes me super happy. I know that intense writing session is like not good, or if you do it like very often, it will be pressurizing. You might go into writer's block or something. But if you do it once in a while, that's good, I think. And now that the first draft is over, so many more things are coming up. I will take a break from my first draft and then get back to it. I already have so many comments and notes to start with the editor of the first draft, like as in writing the second draft. I mean, I have so many notes to work on, and like most of these notes are focused on particular things, so I'm pretty sure that I can do it. Some of these are like about pacing, description, or better vocabulary or something. Those things I can try my best, but I'm not an expert, so like it's going to be interesting. And of course I'll capture most of those moments and details here in this channel. Do stay tuned for all the upcoming videos. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping to publish the book this year. I don't know if I'll go for self-publishing or traditional publishing. I'm not sure about that, but I am more focused on getting the book published. Yes, I'm hoping that everything goes well from now on, and even if it doesn't, I'll bounce back, just like you should also do. So any writing advice or anything you want to give me, go ahead and comment. And if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments, and if I'm equipped enough to answer that, I'll for sure answer it. And if you're a writer like me who's like stuck in the very first chapter or something, it ends well. I'm telling you, it ends well. You just need to put in the effort, time, and like you need to believe in yourself. You need to be like more strict with yourself. If you're lenient with yourself, you'll be like, you'll write one chapter and forget it for like a month, or that's what I used to do. And now I'm like, okay, no matter what happens, I'm not gonna ignore my writing for something else, because if I don't prioritize something, then it will always be somewhere behind, right? It will never be on top. So like I will never be able to look at it and say that I gave it all my best efforts. I can't say that if I didn't put in the effort. It was like a wake up call, and I was like, okay, I need to prioritize my writing if I want to call myself a writer. So I did it. One more thing is like when I watched this show on Netflix, Wednesday, right? She actually tells something which kind of was like a reality check for me. I think Wednesday, right? She tells her friend that what about your social media or something? It's like or blog or something. I don't know what it was. She says it's cute but not serious or something. And then she's like, I'm writing every day for like half an hour or 1 hour. She says, and I put in so much effort. I'm pretty sure that I will become an author. Like something like that goes between them in a conversation. I mean I don't remember the other part of conversations, but she did say that she'll write every single day for I don't know if it's half an hour or 1 hour, but she said that she'll write every single day. And ever since I watched it, I was like, when are you going to say that? Because even if I don't write anything and sit and stare at the blank page, I should be able to do it. Maybe a few exceptions like when I'm traveling or when I'm sick or when I have something busy at work, I can agree with not writing. Even then I can try my best, but I can only try to a level. But the other days, what is my excuse to not sit in front of my laptop and look at my dream project and put in the effort, or at least just stare at it so I'll get a fresh perspective or something. I need to put in the effort and put in the time to my favorite thing in the world, right? If I don't do that, what is the purpose of calling it my favorite thing in the world? And I hope that you also find some time to write and sit down and write that book, because maybe one day when your book gets published, I'll be like, okay, I love this book, I'll be publishing a video on that. So this is the recent favorite book, like I'll be making a video on that. So just think about it, and I hope you also comment one day after seeing this video like, I just finished my first draft, I'm going to finish my first draft. I want to see such comments in the video. And that's it. Do support and subscribe, and keep following for more such content on writing and reading and everything in between. Bye. Live through stories.